ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fabulous, exciting
episode. An episode.
An episode of
exhilarating, stupendous, magnanimous.
Stupendous. That's like stupid is the root word of that.
It's not. All right. Episode of Ask the Culpeppers, and we are the Culpeppers.
That's right.
I feel like we're like
what?
Getting ready to take a couple of pictures.
Here we go. There we go.
Quick shout out to our sponsors. That's right. You got it, ladies and gentlemen.
The Baby Spot, digital global parenting magazine. Check them out for all of your parenting resources. We don't judge, ain't that right? We just provide information for parents. Check them out.
And don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms, and we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. Let's go ahead and dive right in.
1 second.
With this question.
Hold what you got.
Dear
and
Culpeppers.
1 second. Hold what you got. And hey, press like if you get a chance on this particular commentary, and share it with your friends and those kind of things, and let us know what you think.
Yay!
That wasn't that important.
Super importante. Dear Culpeppers, my wife and I have been married for 5 years, and we have 2 younger children. We have good paying jobs, but can never seem to get ahead financially. I discovered that we both have bad spending habits. When I approached her about it, she put the blame all on me. What advice can you give on where we should start to get things lined out? This is from Charles in Seattle, and we're calling this Save the Money, honey.
You better save it. Don't want to wait till the water runs dry.
This is fun because when Derek and I first got married many moons ago, which seems like an eternity ago, and it's somewhere between the 18 and 19 years, we can't ever remember. I can't ever remember. I have to apologize. But we've known each other. We were friends before, so we've known each other for over 20 years. And he was without question a spender. And so the first few years of our marriage, like he was all about spending all the money and I was all about trying to save all the money.
I'm going to get my chance to talk.
And I was in charge of doing our bills. And it was a struggle because his thought was, I work so hard, I should be able to spend money for whatever I want on my hobbies. So he had all these random expensive hobbies like remote control cars and just random stuff. But at the beginning, it was kind of weird. It was like, playing with cars, which I thought that was weird for someone his age. And so as we grew and got older, those roles did shift. And it was really important to me, and I think I mentioned this in another episode, to try to find something because I knew he needed and wanted something. So I did start buying him tools to give him something to tinker, so that the money that he spent would be reinvested in the home. And he's become quite an outstanding handyman, if I do say so myself, because he's currently painting our house and replacing the wood. And I owe that all to my desire to have his money come back to the house and me not getting super mad or violent at the thought of him spending the money frivolously.
Right.
However,
Right.
Now Derek is in charge of the budget, and I get to spend whatever I want.
I'll tell you something. You would think it's an Amazon company right across the street just walking over here with packages.
Amazon lives in our mailbox.
You get an A tattooed on me.
Oh, yay. I'll do it for you.
So looking at this question, Keisha's right. Some of what she said is right. I can't validate all of it.
100%.
But some of which is being said is accurate. Probably about 20% of it. But in any event, she's right. When we, I had this ideal of me, even though we were married.
Yeah.
Initially, this is my, I work. I all be able to spend what I want to.
Yes.
When I want to, I work just like you do. And that was the attitude that I had, ladies and gentlemen. And it wasn't right. But through maturity and through marriage, found out, it's no more, I and you. It's we and us.
That's right.
Because every dollar we spend, it impacts both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we decided to do was, she's right. I used to like the RC radio control cars with the brushless motors and the fast ones, right? The 60 and 70 mile power cars.
The
those
$300 and
vehicles,
$500 ones.
those vehicles, those cars, they expensive if anybody deals with RC stuff. I don't mess with them anymore. But at that particular time in our marriage, I made those things a priority because I wanted to support what I like to do. And then DJ was little. That was one of my defenses. Well, I'm spending time with DJ, and,
But he was
and
one.
we buying the cars. And see, DJ was he was young.
one.
He was and so you know, but we had to get out of this mode of my money. I can spend what I want to,
Yes.
and you got to get on the same plan.
Yeah,
And-
and we do have some couple friends who separate the budget out. Like they don't join their money because it's such a struggle because they both are kind of spenders. But what they do is like this person in the relationship is responsible for these bills, and then they have a little bit left over to do whatever they want to. This person is responsible for these bills, and then so there are lots of different ways to manage your money and have peace. Whether it's joint, put it together and decide based on who has the largest salary, who pays the most bills, or whether it's put it all together and be prepared for some conversations that may be intense moments of fellowship, which is what we call arguing, so that you can work it out. But either way, like always, you got to talk about it. And if your wife was uncomfortable broaching the subject, then just keep trying. And because the bottom line is, it's going to come back later to bite you if you're not careful.
One thing I wanted to say before we end the video is that we decided that transparency was better for us.
Right.
So when we go to our online banking, we see all the accounts.
Mhm.
We can click anything you want to, even the budget that I keep in Excel. Anytime Keisha want to look at it, it's there. It's nothing hidden. And if we spend over a certain amount of money, we consult each other.
Right.
We don't nag each other. We just consult each other because, you know, that was the way that we figured out was best for us to manage. And, you know, we don't handcuff each other on a lot of stuff because we've grown to know each other a little bit more and kind of what we buy and what we spend and to have self-discipline on what we do.
Right. Well, thank you so much for watching today. As always, we hope you follow us on our social media platforms.
Share the videos. Yeah, on
Facebook,
Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube.
On the YouTube.
And you can catch our episodes of The Baby Spot, Digital Global Parenting Magazine. You can check them out on Twitter, Pinterest,
And don't forget to submit your questions today because we also take questions.
Take questions.
All right, well, we'll catch you next time.
All right, folks, be cool. Peace and high grease. Save the money. Something like that. All right, peace.
Save the money, honey.